By God, it's a different sort of video today, and we are going to be ranking every Scotrail journey that I've did. No, every single journey, because obviously you can't really rank ones that you've no done. And the five categories that we've got here today are GOAT, unreal, good, bad, horrendous. Now, at the end of the day, it's still a journey. So for something to be GOAT and something to be horrendous, it's going to really have to be at either side of the scale. We've got eight to go through. I've included the Glasgow subway, and I may as well start off by doing that because the rest are trains, no subway. But I thought I'd include this just for the sake of including it. And where do you begin with the subway? It's pish. You know what? I'm going to put it in bad. I'm not going to say horrendous. I feel like there's worse places to get a subway. Anytime I've used it, it's alright. But like inside the actual subway, man, like in the subway train, they're just pish, aren't they? I mean, most people watching this video will know what I'm on about. It's just very claustrophobic. It's very warm. I'm just not really a fan of subways. I don't know what it is, so it's getting put in bad. You just feel like you're going to get stabbed at any point, or maybe that's just the pleasure of going doing it in Glasgow. Like maybe that is what I'm. Maybe that's what we're talking about here. But I mean, I guess we went to London one or the New York one, or all these other cities that have it. You'd probably still feel like you'd be getting a decent chance of getting shivved, wouldn't you? Coming in at left hand place here, we have got Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Queen Street. Fear Falkirk High. This is the express one. Takes me 49 minutes. Now, of course, you could do this pretty much without the express, and therefore it takes a lot longer. It's actually in World Train Simulator free. I've done it a few times, bit of gear, man. Get stuck into it. I actually don't mind it. It's the quickest way to get between Edinburgh and Glasgow, so I'm going to put it in good. It's not scenic, but it gets you between the two big cities of Scotland, the central belt, like that. And from that point of view, you can't really ask for a lot more. Into the third one we're going to go for, we have got Drumgellic to Helensburgh Central. Now, to bore the tits clean off of people, they reopened like for Drumgellic right to Amber Waverley, so you've got the likes of like Bathgate in there, Blackridge, etc., etc. That reopened about 10 years ago, I believe. But before, when I lived in Airdrie, well, I lived in Drumgellic, but it's technically still part of Airdrie. That was where it stopped. So I remember getting the train from Drumgellic to Helensburgh, and it's a nice wee scenic journey. But when you're going through like Belgrove, High Street, Partick, that bit's a wee bit pish for me. So for that reason alone, I'm going to put it in good, but behind Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Queen Street high level. So is what it is. And then up next, we've got Glasgow Central, the first appearance of Glasgow Central on this list. Glasgow Central logs. Again, just like the last one, I haven't done this one in like well over a decade. I remember it was ages ago. If you don't know, Largs, of course, plays the fictional town of Finport in Still Game. So isn't that quite interesting, man? A wee bit of trivia here, you know what I mean? I don't mind Largs personally. I feel like Glasgow Central routes though, they are all a bit pish, bar a couple. I'm not marking it particularly about them, but Largs as a place is alright, but I'm going to put it um, behind Helensburgh Central. Up next, though, we've got Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Queen Street low level. So, like I said earlier, this is the one that is now, you've now got Blackridge, Livingston South, I believe, or is it Livingston North? No, I think it's Livingston South. No, it's Livingston North. I can't actually recall which station it is, but you've got the return, Blackridge, Bathgate, etc., etc., Armadale, those sort of jabroni places that you wouldn't go with a fucking spoon to. I'm gonna put this one in bad. I mean, it's still better than that, but if you're gonna go to Edinburgh, between Edinburgh and Glasgow, you're just going to get the express train. You're not going to use the low level one. The low level one's pretty much if you live in Airdrie or if you like live in Blackridge or you live in Bathgate, etc., etc. Like the last time when I mean when I was at the Hearts game, went to Airdrie and I got the well. You have to get the low level one, so that's the only reason I got it, to be honest. But yeah, quite interesting. Next up though, we're venturing into the Highlands. We're going on the West Highland line, and we're going from Glasgow Queen Street to Oban. And you know what? I'm going to put it in Unreal. It's the first one to get in the Unreal category. It takes about 3 hours, give or take, of course. You head up past Helmsburgh, you get to like Ardlui, Gatelock Head, you do the Crane Larrick, and then instead of turning right, you turn left. When I come back, we're thinking about going to Fort William, and well, maybe not my leg like, but we'll go to Fort William, Big Ben Nevis. Never been to Ben Nevis, and I think that's quite disgraceful. So I want to go there. We'll be getting the train, go across the Glenfinnie uh, viaduct. You know, Harry Potter. That's what we're on about here. But for me, the Oban one, the scenery's great, man. I always loved going to Oban back in the day. Did it numerous times, so need to do it again, man. Again, it's been like fucking 10 years. Get it done. Get the tickets booked. I'll do a wee vlog about it. You guys will stay tuned for it. Up next, we have got Glasgow Central to Edinburgh Waverley. This is a weird one. This one, obviously, is Glasgow Central. So initially you go south, you head towards like Bells Hill. I was born in Bells Hill. Fair play to me. You then go through like Shots, and then like you just come in through like the back door of Edinburgh, like the shite way to go into Edinburgh. Is it longer than the Edinburgh Waverley via like Bathgate and Airdrie? I'd say it's about the same, but I'm going to put it even worse than that. I don't know. It's just it's almost pointless. I'm going to assume it's just to like make like the traffic a bit easier. But you've got 3 trains between Edinburgh and Glasgow. Hell, it might be fucking more than 3, right? But for me, why would anyone get this one? Obviously, right, Glasgow Central. It's like about 10-minute walk for Queen Street. But why would anyone else take this? Doesn't make much sense to me. And that leaves us with one more journey, guys. We have got Glasgow Central to Stranraer. Did this quite recently. Um, I'll say quite recently. Actually, it was about December. Did it for the Rangers game on the way back. Had to get the train to Stranraer and then the bus up to Cairnryan. Because guess what? The City Link was overbooked. Shafted. But you know what? This one's alright. You get the air, then you have to change train, and then you get in a shite train, then you go past like Maybole, Bar Hill, Girvan, and these are see the Bar Hill station, man. It's run down. Half the loads of these stations run down, and obviously in Straw, it's just a ghost town. Stranraer, man. There's nothing in Stranraer. It's pretty much dead. And of course, obviously the Stena line used to operate out of Stranraer, so that's the whole purpose of the train. The boat train, or at least it used to be till about 12, 11 years ago. But anyway, guys, that is the tier. Well, I say that's the tier list done. Where am I going to put this? It's an enjoyable journey, but it is quite boring. But I'll put it bottom of good. Anyway, guys, that is this done. Maybe one day when I revisit this when I'm about 40, there'll be a bunch more today. But anyway, guys, that's us done here for Big Stevie Cool. We'll be back very soon. PS5, Rangers, Rangers news, you name it, I'll be there.